Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and I'm looking at a classic Sudoku today. It is quite rare that we do classics on the channel. We don't get sent many these days. We do a few classics as part of the gas series, but yeah, haven't tried one, I don't think, apart from those on the channel for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. It's coming from Kyle van der Veer, who's been working very hard on it and is quite pleased with this. So, wow, we'll have a look at that in a moment. Now, don't forget that on Patreon, still a few days left to enter the Lines and Shapes competition with 7 intriguing variant Sudokus themed around shapes and line Sudoku. We're hoping to bring you out soon our line Sudoku app, and that will contain a lot of puzzles with lines in, and join all our other apps which have been out for a long time, including a classic Sudoku app. So if you do like classic Sudoku and you want us to have more, well, we have 100 more on the channel, on the app. Give it a try. And if you were to win the Lines and Shapes competition, you could win one of our logo caps. And if you want one of our caps or any of our other merchandise, do just check out the link under the videos. So those are all available along with Sven's Sudoku pad, which is great for playing this sort of puzzle in. But yeah, that's all the stuff going on around the channel. And what's going on the channel is me having a go at a classic Sudoku by Kyle van der Veer, who's new to the channel. And we'll see what we find as we go. So yeah, so I'm just gonna give it a try on the first link under the video if you want to. Obviously the rules are normal Sudoku rules, placing 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. A bunch of given digits, hurrah! And yeah, let's go back to our roots. Restart the clock and say, let's get cracking. So I can see some 3s that give me a 3. What else have we got? A 7, I think. 7 in column 5 is going to have to be here. There's a 7 in one of those cells, so the corner mark means the places within the box where that digit can go. That's going to tell me that there's a 7 in box 3 there. Oh look, there's a 2 that I can place in the top row. So there are some digits we can get reasonably quickly. Yeah, we do this corner marking because it's called Snyder notation. We don't particularly recommend the other method of filling in all the possible candidates in the cells. Although, if this is a hard classic, we might have to edge towards that in due course. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a 1 in one of those 2. Those 1s ruled out the other cells in box 2. So now I can place 1 in column 5. That's a naked 6. Now naked means it sees all the other possible Sudoku digits. So in its row, it's got 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. In its box, it's got 2 and 3. That is a 6. This is a 2, 3 pair, and we know which way around they go. So we've finished a row just like that. That's good. There's a 5 in one of those cells because of this. 3. There's a 2 in this box there. I might be finishing the 2s in the grid. Yes, there they are. They're all done. This isn't quite panning out how I'd expected, but we'll see as we go on. There's a 4 in one of those cells. You don't really know what a puzzle's going to do till you get to whatever the crunch point of the puzzle is. It's a 1 in one of those. 4, 1, 8, 5, 2, 7, 1, 8, 3, 2. So at the moment I'm just kind of cycling through all the digits in my head in these various rows and columns and boxes. 4 in one of those cells. And then if you can find something out about a particular digit, you can perhaps change the orientation of what you're looking at and see if you can get something else about it. 7 is in one of those 2. 1, 8. Getting a bit stuck now. Not unexpectedly, if I'm honest. There's a 5 in one of those cells, so the 5 in this box has to be here. yeah, the way to look at that is where is 5 in this row, and there is only one place, it's there. Now, 4, 6, and 9. There are certain digits that seem to be forming up into little clusters to me. Like this cell is 4 or 6. This group of cells is 4, 6, and 9. In fact, yeah, 4, 6, and 9 are a triple there and a triple here. Now, if we can find something that's quite interesting about these groupings, if we can find a bit more of that, we could perhaps start thinking about colouring digits. So, 1, 5, 9, 2, 4, 7. That's 6 or 8. Okay, I mean, I've kind of run out of things. Unless I'm missing something, and I probably am, I feel like I'm beginning to run out of things that I can do. 3 is in one of those 2 positions in box 3, and they're offset. Now that can be helpful, or it can be very hard to actually use as a way of making progress. Yeah, I'm going to start mark. Now, we've got 4, 6, and 9 in this group of cells. That one can't be a 9. Similarly, in box 6, we've got a 4, 6, box 8, this is, sorry, we've got a 4, 6, 9 triple here. That's going to push 8 into one of these. Now, it was here, was it? 2, 7, no. Yes, this is just 6 or 8. Can't be 3. So I am now resorting to what I advised you not to do. So well, I advise you not to do it at the start of classic puzzles because it can really fill the grid with clutter. Oh look, that is 4, 6 or 9 as well. Where else can't 3 go? Yeah, so 3 in this box, a bit like box 3, is in 2 possible offset positions. And lots of these cells are becoming 4, 6 or 9. Now, that could be, if that was 4, 6 or 9, it wouldn't be 9, it would be a 4, 6 pair. It's getting interesting. You'd have to have 3 and 8 up here. That would force a 3 there. Not quite a chain of events that leads me to an immediate conclusion. But I do want to keep thinking now. This column has a 4, 6, 8 triple. And since I've gone as far as marking a 4, 6, 8, I think it could be all about 4, 6, 8, and 9. That's almost fatuously obvious at this point. That is 8 or 9. Right, so if that's a 9, this is 4, 6. Wow, then that's a 9, that's a 9, that would be a 9, which is interesting. But if it's an 8, there's definitely a 9 in one of those cells, and that's not a 9. Yeah, I don't know. This is an interesting puzzle. I'm definitely confident about that now. 6, 8, or 9 here, just by virtue of the other things it can see. So where does 5 go? 5. That's helping me finally spot a 5 that I could have done by normal means. Now, that's become a 4, 5 pair in box 1. I put them in the center of the box because they're more helpful than the corner marks now. Now, that's a 1, 6, 8, 9 triple. 4, 5 there. Ooh, I feel like we're getting something here. That is again part of the 4, 6, 8, 9 set, which are emerging everywhere as the outstanding digits. Apart from a few 3s, 7 annoyingly in one of those positions. 4, 5, 3, 2, 6. So we've got 1, 7, 8, 9 to go in column 2. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, people do ask us regularly for advice on classics. I'm not sure what to say except keep looking. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And maybe we can come up with some techniques. I haven't seen any X wings or Y wings yet. Maybe they're here lurking. There's a 3 in one of those 2 cells. That makes me think about there being a 3 in one of those 2. But, okay, that's interesting. If this was a 3, that would be a 3. And then you couldn't put 3 in either of those cells. So the 3 in that column would have to be at the top. Ah, it does work. I thought I was onto something there. I'm not. Okay. Right, what about this as a possible hinge on something like a Y-wing? Yes. Yes, I think. No, I'm not sure. Didn't that have to be a 9? Yes, it does work. This can't be a 9. This is lovely, actually. That can't be a 9 because look at this row. Where does 9 go? Only in one of those 2 cells. And look at this box. 9 is in one of those 3 cells. So if you were to put a 9 there, in row 4 you'd force 9 into there. And in box 8 you'd force 9 there. And you'd have 2 9s in the same column. That's I'm never good at identifying what we've found. I think that's a skyscraper, but I'm not sure. There are theorists who will tell me what I haven't understood. That's fine, but this can't be a 9 by that logic. This is an 8, which is very neat. Now, that isn't an 8. One of these has to be the 9 in the row, and that's not a 9 now. So we've gone from that having to be a 9 to it's definitely not a 9. 8 is definitely in one of those cells. Yes, 8 in box 4 is fixed. It's there. That does 1. Thank you, pencil marking. You were useful. We've got a 179 triple here. That has to be the same as that. I'm going to colour these in case it helps, because this must be in box 9 somewhere, and it's the only place it can be is there. I want to say that is the same as this, but I don't know that for sure. Oh look, 6 and 9 there. This is a definite 7. And that's a 7, and that isn't. Now, what have we got going in row 6? This is 3, 4, or 6. Both of them are 3, 4, or 6. And in row, oh, that's 3 or 6. 3, 6, or 9. Okay, I am central. I'm candidate marking everything now. Because, oh look, we've got 7 down there. I didn't notice it. And then a 1, 9 pair on its left. 7, 3, 2. One of these is 5. We haven't got anywhere near resolving that yet. 3. So that is 1 or 9 in this column. And they maybe need... I mean, we haven't seen any other 1 or 9s. I could colour that, but I'm not sure what it would be telling me. So I'm not going to yet. I haven't really got very far with the 4s and 6s. Although, again, maybe select one. If that was a 4, that would be 4 in box 5. That would be 4. Obviously, the 4s that are givens are in those positions. That would be 4. Yeah, I can't really rule that out. Getting closer, though. It is an interesting puzzle. This is quite tricky, but full of interest. Okay, what else am I missing? There's an 8 in one of those 2. Is that of any use? Or ornament? No, I don't think so. The 8 in row 2 has to be in one of those places. That is 6 or 9 in column 3. And one of these is definitely an 8 as well. I haven't really focused enough on 8s, have I? What's going on with the 8s? One of those 2 is an 8. Now again, maybe there's one of these skyscraper-y things going on somewhere here. Because if that's an 8, that's an 8. I don't know. I don't know if that doesn't necessarily mean that is as well. But if that is an 8, that's an 8, then that does necessarily mean we've got an 8 over here. That's fine though, it works well. I have a feeling this is going to end up being an 8. Maybe I can rule 8 out of this cell. That would be very useful. I can't see how. Can't see how. So let's keep persevering. 7, 5, 2, 3, 4. These are from 1, 6, 8, 9. Oh yes, we're going to have a quad in here. And I was hoping to find the other end of it, where that digit goes in one of those two cells. Haven't managed to do that. Right, not to worry. We will... I wanted originally to colour these 3, 4, 6 and 9 all different colours and then work out which of those were 4, 6 and 9. I haven't managed to come up with a way. So if that was purple, how about that? That's an interesting way of thinking about it. Then it's going to have to be 6. So then what's happening to purple? Yeah, I like this approach. So what's happening to purple after that? Purple is 6, it's there. It's going to be in one of those two. It's going to be there. It's got to be here. It's got to be there. Right, that would be all of purple. Is there a problem with that being all purple and all 6? There might be, but I can't see what that problem is. So not sure about that at the moment. 6, 4, 3, 9. 6, 3, 9 would have 4, 8 pair at the top. I don't know how that would work. Can't see what that's doing. These two digits are those two. Now that's slightly interesting because I can colour them now. The reason I can colour them, you don't know, whichever one of these is 9, you don't know where it goes. But either, they can't both be 9 in column 1. So if that's a 6, let's call this red. If that's a 6, that's red. But if it's not a 6, it's a 9, then that's 1. And then that's yellow. So in fact, red and yellow, which are in those cells, we know the order, which is that's a very unusual technique in one of these puzzles. Now we get red, well, I think it is. Someone will write and say that's just some other technique by a perfectly normal name. But yellow and red, and they're different. Oh, there we go. They're different from purple, according to row 7. So, oh, that doesn't know. I thought that was going to say purple couldn't be a 6. Yes, it does. Now I've thrown myself. That's absolutely wrong. Whatever I just did in box 4 was wrong. Okay, I was fine. No, I wasn't fine to colour that because I don't know. Yellow and red include a 9, but they either include 1 or 6. Right, sorry. So one of these is red. Maybe that's why I thought this was a clever new technique. I just hadn't understood what I was doing. Not the first time. Now, yellow is in one of those two cells because it is either 1, 6 or 9. I really think I might just have confused myself entirely in this little endeavour. One of those is 8. Yeah, maybe I can carry on and work out what goes wrong for yellow and red. So I think yellow could be 1 and red would be red wouldn't be 6 because one of yellow or red has to be 9, doesn't it? No, I think that's what I've got wrong here. They could be 6 and 1. Yellow is there and there. I feel like that has to be non-yellow. I don't know. I've confused myself thoroughly there. Okay, that didn't help. Purple's in one of those cells. Purple is... Where else is purple? I don't know. Purple's not really doing anything, is it? This is proving very tough now. getting nowhere fast. 9s, one of those cells, one of those cells. Maybe I just stopped using this pair of cells that had to contain a 9 when I was on the track of something quite good. I don't know. Wow, I mean, this isn't proving easy for me at all. 4, 6, and 9. Come on, think about it. I thought that was quite a good breakthrough earlier with that 8 business. Okay, let's think about 3s, because they don't have a lot of scope. 3s are in those areas, and then the 3 in box 2 has to be in one of those 3. So, which of these makes 3s impossible? Or do they always force... Okay, I'm just going to colour those for the moment. I don't know where 3s go in these boxes, but I do know they're in these selections, and I want to just think about this a bit more. So if that's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 3, yeah, then it's impossible. That can't be a 3, because that would be 3 in box 5, that would be 3 in box 6, and now both positions for 3 are ruled out in box 3, so that is not the 3. And therefore 3 is in one of these 2 cells in box 2 and not there, and now we've found our 3s. That's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 3 there, and they're all done. Lovely. So let's get rid of those. Oh, I don't know how to get rid of just those colours, but I'm just going to highlight each box and do it. There we go. Right, 3s. We're all done with 3s somehow now. Now what did that help? That means this isn't a 3, obviously. Now, purple still could be there if it's a 6. Oh, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Well, yellow's in one of those cells. But red and yellow I was confusing quite badly. Maybe I should take out the red and yellow marking and start again with 6, 9 pairs. Or, yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's get rid of red and yellow marking. Sorry, I'm highlighting the wrong things. Red and yellow marking. Okay, and we'll start again with 6 and 9. Might as well do red and green. Red and yellow would be fine. Okay, red and yellow. So, red is in one of those cells. Red is 6 or 9, so it's in one of those, so it's not there. That's interesting. That is now definitely red. Yellow, that can't be 6 or 9. It sees them both. Ah, bingo. So that's now naked. That is simple colouring. Red and yellow both see that. It cannot be 6 or 9. Yeah, that has worked. It also can't be 2, 5, 4, 7, 3 or 8. It is a 1. It's a form of naked 1, but a bit hidden. Now that's brilliant, because now we've got 9, 6. 6 is red. 9 is yellow. Not that I need those colours for anything else at the moment, but I've fixed this 1, 9 pair. Let's get rid of the colouring down here. That's all done. Okay, so we've got an 8, 1 pair here that go in. We've got, what else has that given us? A 9 to finish the box. Left with a 4, 6 pair. Now I could colour my 4, 6s and get something out of them, I think. I'm going to do it. That's purple. That's green. I've probably got a 4 or a 6 actually looking at one of those cells and I just can't spot it yet, but don't worry about that. Or one of those. I mean, we must be done with the hard stuff now, surely. Purple is... One of those is purple. One of those is purple. I don't know. I don't know that we are done with the hard stuff. That's quite weird. I mean, oh, that can't be a 3. So that's 4 or 6. So that's green. Now, come on. Surely I can find something green and purple are both looking at. Like there. That can't be 4 or 6. but it could still be 5 or 8. One of those is green and one is purple. That's sort of unhelpful. Same is true down there. Now that is definitely green or purple, obviously. Well, I mean, is there any point highlighting these colours, these cells that are already in the grid as green or purple? Probably not. Right, 4 and 6 can't be here. Nor can 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. So that has become a 9-8 pair. I didn't really need the colouring for that. I just needed to read the column. Now, that is now 4 or 6, obviously. That's green. I mean, it took this to occur for me to actually see what was going on. Now, that has to be, that's the 9, and this one isn't. Yeah, I think I've confused myself enough that I need any kind of prop or crutch I can get at this point. One of those is 8. How come 8s aren't resolved? Right, this can't be green. Ah, there, perfect. This cell can't be green or purple. So that is an 8 now. The pencil marking finally pays off. That's green. 5, 6, and 9 still to go. How is, I mean, that is, okay, it's sorting out the 9-8 pair. The 9 puts 9 here in box 3. We've got a 5-6 pair to resolve there. This one, last cell to pencil mark. It's another 4 or 6. Its colour is purple. Now, that one sees purple and green again. We need it yet again. Another, so that gets us a 5. 8 there, 5 there. That 8 places 8 in this box. Got another cell to colour purple. That one is a 6, and it can't be green. And finally I've cracked the colour scheme. So let's get rid of those bits of colouring so I can just highlight purples and make them 6s. Highlight greens and make them 4s, finish off in the top with a 4 and a 5, and that is a very clever puzzle, Kyle. 25 minutes. And nothing outrageous in that. That is just really neat steps. You couldn't call anything there a bifurcation, I don't think. It's just a very neat classic Sudoku. Very well done. And enjoyable for me as well. So thank you as always for watching on the channel. Try the Lines and Shapes apps, but otherwise we hope to see you again tomorrow for more Sudoku, probably variant. Bye for now.